the final Senate vote on the CHIPS bill happening later today. 17 Republicans joining Democrats yesterday to advance the $280 billion package to boost U.S. semiconductor manufacturing and competition with China. But earlier this month, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer removed an anti-China security measure, which can allow Beijing to benefit from this legislation. This was the Senator Portman provision, which was hoping to ensure that he could stop the theft of intellectual property. Schumer removed the provision. Joining me right now is Tennessee Senator, Senate Judiciary Committee member, and Senate Armed Services Committee member, Marsha Blackburn. Senator, it's great to see you. Thanks very much for being here.
Good to see you.
Walk us through this bill,
Good to be
Senator,
with you.
because I know that it's being called CHIPS Plus, and I get worried when I hear CHIPS Plus. What is the plus?
Well, the plus is they took a 100-page bill, they turned it into a 1,000-page bill. It went from about $50 billion, which was a semiconductor bill. And Maria, as you know, there was broad bipartisan support for that. But now this CHIPS Plus or CHIPS Science, you seek endless frontiers. It's had a variety of names. What they have done is, as you said, that with this $280 billion bill, they have removed the security provisions. So the Chinese can still make these semiconductors. These companies can still work with the Chinese Communist Party. And the whole goal was to repatriate this manufacturing to the United States and secure our critical supply chain. And that is not what is happening. And as you know, whether it is active pharmaceutical ingredients, ag chemicals, telecommunications equipment, maritime equipment, we need to be using tax credits to repatriate this manufacturing to the United States, not put in place something that will still allow Chinese-based researchers coming to the U.S., as your previous segment was talking. These are many times spies. They're in search of information. They infiltrate our universities. And now for them to be able to participate in this research, it is not something that is serving the American public well.
So this is obviously another spending package, hundreds of billions of possible authorized spending. Is any of that spending going to make its way into the climate change agenda and the Green New Deal?
You could call this the CHIPS and Green New Deal bill, because the provisions that they're wanting to push forward for the Green New Deal, you're finding these in all different types of legislation. They know they can't get it through in total, so what are they doing? They're breaking it apart, they're putting it in place, and there are provisions in this bill that help them to move forward the Green New Deal that are going to make automobiles, appliances, electronics more expensive. And again, it removed the security provisions that would keep China from benefiting from this investment.
Well, can you explain this administration and your colleagues on the left, why they continue to come up with policy that is exactly what the CCP wants? Now, I mean, right now, Joe Biden is considering lifting the tariffs on Chinese imports. He's canceled the China Initiative. A number of questions around the policies coming out of this administration and the Democrats that continue to favor China. Why?
And it is baffling to us because the Chinese Communist Party is intent on global dominance. As you know, Senator Cotton, who you had on earlier this morning, he and I have worked tirelessly on removing these Confucius Institutes from our college campuses. And the Chinese have tried to infiltrate Fed employees and infiltrate our Federal Reserve System to get information. They're very difficult to deal with. And Maria, then you look at TikTok and social media, what are they doing? They are gathering information on our children, and they're building profiles of our children so they can use these profiles against them when they become adults. So they are going into every single sector of American business and American society. They're gathering information. They're infiltrating our churches, our universities. They are going anywhere they think they can gather information, build a virtual you of you, if you will, and later use that information against you. China is our adversary. They are not a competitor.
Now, this is exactly what we were just talking about with Mary Kissel, and you were jumping in with Mary. This is what she just said. I mean, they can be using all of this as blackmail. Adam, jump in.
Yeah. Well, it's clear. And Senator Blackburn, thank you for making it plain and simple for us. Senator Blackburn, I also have to ask you, because it makes me uncomfortable to see the government allocating capital. What is it that we intend to do with this bill if we're not going to try to stop China from doing what we wanted them to stop doing?
And that is one of the questions that I was asking yesterday, is where does this get us? Other than further into debt, what is going to be the end result of this? The end result is you've got this hundreds of billions of authorized spending. We do not have the block that would keep China from moving forward and participating in these fabs, these centers for microprocessing here in the U.S. We do not have the block to keep them from participating in the research and development that we need. And we have the National Science Foundation putting in place duplicative programs that our national labs, like the Oak Ridge National Lab in Tennessee, are already participating in and leading.
Wow. Senator, before you go, we've got to ask you about your bipartisan Kids Online Safety Act. It's being considered by the Commerce Committee today, sent to the Senate floor. It would require social media platforms to put the interest of children first by providing a safe environment online. How do you do that? We've been talking about social media all morning, that they've got their own censorship as well.
And this legislation that Senator Blumenthal and I have worked on would put in place some safeguards, some transparency, some accountability, not only from the social media platforms, but also on these video games that we know are very harmful and destructive to children. It would give the ability to set as a default setting on these games some of the blocks that parents and children's and pediatricians, teachers, principals are telling us need to be in place as a default, so that it helps to protect children and their data and block the transporting, the data mining, the harvesting, and then selling that data of our children.
Yeah, you've done so much work on that, Senator, and we appreciate your leadership there. Thanks very much for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Senator Marsha Blackburn.